Gladiator was a single-seater. It was a biplane, but with an enclosed cockpit. You could close the hood and end up in a Mercury engine, driving a big, huge propeller, doing that strange sound. For a biplane, it's a fast aircraft, and of course, as a biplane. If you look at a Gladiator and look inside, you have the feeling that you're looking at a very old. They pick up speed easily, and they keep energy too, in that you can climb with them. You won't lose energy quite immediately. The aircraft will go on. The forerunners of the Hurricane, which came not long after these aircraft were in production and in service. The Hurricane was much unfolding its wings. We'll tell a little bit more about that later. While the 3 Hawker biplanes arrived from the right. Nimrods and 1 Fury. In fact, it's very hard to find differences between Nimrods and Furies, but there are differences. And Hawkers at the time had refined the design of the biplane to the point that they had to start thinking about getting rid of the second wing. What he wrote later. The lines of the fuselage were very similar. And these biplanes, while we have the Blenheim takeoff, that's a sight in itself. Those little ones inside, these aircraft were really halfway between, which were announcing the V12s like the Merlins, and with very comfortable horsepower. And most, at least they were free. But these light bombers, they called them light bombers, but in fact they were heavy fighting machines. 4 engines machine had not appeared yet. The Blenheim was quite fast and maneuverable, as John demonstrates, outclassed in terms of performance compared to the frontline fighters like the Messerschmitt 109. Look at that. Some people would say over-engineered, that you could aerobat a Blenheim. Some people did aerobatics with this big twin-engine machine. It's flown by John Romain, and John is having dancing around with a big aircraft like that is really another form of aviation pleasure. were all involved into what we call the Battle of Britain, and this is it.
But that's a sight to gladden your heart. And for years we never
It's
thought
not
we would.
shrieking. What a beauty. They were whispering and not shrieking like they did a few months or years later. And the history of the Blenheim has its roots as a civil aircraft before becoming a bomber. When it's on the ground on 3 Point. John Romain landing the Blenheim. That's it. And the Hurricane, despite its looks, was quite sleek. And of course, during the Battle of Britain, everybody knows that the main effort was the Hurricane is a strange machine. It really was a very easy aircraft to fly for the time, and the Hurricane Solo and the 3 Mark 1s. And Trevor is really having a fit. Time flies, and it's quite important to have events like that and people like that keeping all this history studies, saying what was the importance of these few hundreds of fighter aircraft flown by young men and maintained by very young men too, because the pilots were on thing, but they were not alone. And these events, the old Churchill quotation is still probably the answer to the real importance of these events in the history of mankind. So many owed so much to so few. After that, you